Welcome back to Inside the Pride. I'm now joined by head coach Dan Campbell. Last week, Coach, you said you were going to have your team mentally and physically ready. At what point during the week can you sense that your team is prepared and their mindset is all checked in for the next opponent?
I think you can feel it early in the week. I think it's on us as a staff to set the tone for that, and it's up for the captains lead that way as well. And I think you just get a feel and a vibe of where it's going to, and it doesn't always mean you're going to win, but it does mean, man, you're going to be in for a real good competitive output that your guys are going to put on. So they did a great job. They were ready, and they answered the bell.
Baltimore Ravens are on the clock. Quarterback Lamar Jackson has led that team to 4-2. Just 3 weeks ago, he rushed for over 100 yards. He can extend plays. What is your defense's #1 priority with Jackson?
He's very difficult, and I would tell you this. Look, he can still run. He's still dangerous. It's a little different than what Greg Roman was doing with him out there as the OC. They still run him, but it's not the same running game, and it's not so reliant on his legs. They are actually asking him to pass a little bit more. Here's some play pass. He's doing a really good job playing his keys, but honestly, this is the danger, is I think we still have to find a way to force him to throw it, and he can throw it, but I would rather face that than his legs, because when he gets out in the open and he's able to run, it's not there. This is where he's dangerous. He's always been this way. He's a dynamic rusher, but he has gotten very, very good at throwing the ball this year. He's an efficient passer.
One of the players he'll be throwing the ball to is tight end Mark Andrews. Over half of his receptions are for first downs. What kind of target is he downfield?
Yeah, he's an outstanding receiver for a tight end. You know, I think he's one of these guys. If you're talking about the top 5 receiving tight ends, I do think this guy will mix it up in the run game a little bit too. But he's a very crafty football player. You know, he's got a lot of instincts. He's aware. He makes big catches here. Excellent hands. He can stretch the field. And I think this is why, you know, he and Lamar are very much on the same page. For your quarterback to throw this with an overlap corner, that means he trusts that you're going to go up and make this play. It's either you or nobody's going to get it. So we're going to have to know where he's at all times, because he can hurt you. He's got a lot of explosive passes over the last 3 or 4 years with Lamar.
Switching to the other side, this Baltimore defense is one of the top in the league, 2nd in total yards allowed, 2nd in sacks. Why is linebacker Roquan Smith, the former Chicago Bear, playing such an integral role in that defense?
Listen, I don't know the last time that this defense was not good. I don't know if it's ever been that way. So this defense is outstanding. They're aggressive. They're tough. They run to the football. They hit. They get balls out. They mix their fronts up, they mix their coverages up, and really it starts here. This is a good front, it's a really good front, but then between these two backers, Queen and Roquan, man, they free them up and they go. And they key and they diagnose, and you can see Roquan here, he sees it fast, and he's downhill, and he's a productive football player, always has been. We know that from the years he's been at the Chicago. He's one of those, really, you got to get a hat on him and a hat on him, both of these guys, or if not, you're going to have a lot of TFLs against your offense.
This week I spoke with your defensive back, Will Harris. He said some fans were flying directly from Tampa to Baltimore. That's the word on the street.
Really?
That is what they said. What kind of momentum do fans give your team when they're in the opposing team stands?
Listen, I can tell you this, it does give us a jolt. It's a great feeling, and it gives us a boost, especially when we're able to kind of take control of a game. And those guys, we feel like it works to our favor, but that's good news. That means our fans are finding a way. They got some friends up in Baltimore.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.